Semester 1 Decodable Reading Books for Foundation. Decodable books are central to a structured synthetic phonics approach because it is within these decodable texts that students are provided with the opportunity to rehearse the phonics, the decoding, and the high frequency words that they've been learning within the classroom. Within the PLD Semester 1 Foundation sequence, the focus is CVC, starting with the first group of sounds, the second group of sounds, into the third group of sounds, and then into focus CVC with the entire alphabet. And the reading books link in beautifully with that sequence. In addition, the reading books also incorporate a focus on regular high-frequency words that are decodable, as well as some of the heart words. Set 1, which has that sat pen focus, very low word count, large font, and single lines of text, initially with no high-frequency words, and then incorporating A and I. Set 2 still has sat pen in it, but starts to bring in that second group of sounds. The word count increases a little, from 40 to 60 words. Generally still one line of text and high frequency heart words and I and the focus in this second set. Set 3 still has group 1 and 2 of the sounds, but starts to bring in the third group of sounds. The word count starts to move to 60 to 100 words, typically 2 lines of text now, and again, further high frequency words. By set 4, we are consistently working with the entire alphabet, generally 2 lines of text, and the word count, because decoding should be becoming more efficient now, of up to 120 words. Each set contains fiction as well as non-fiction texts. Within each book, there are before reading pages that focus students initially on the code, the sounds. Over time, it'll be the phonics, high frequency words, whether they're decodable, but also those heart words. Also, before getting into that text, there's questions that parents can ask and tips for parents to follow while their children are reading, as well as some vocabulary work. On the Learn page, there is a focus on the understanding of what has been read, but also on vocabulary and developing more complex words within a student's vocabulary base. The fiction books contain a page of real interest, and that is, where were the photographs taken? The books focus on locations right around Australia. There's always a map identifying where the photographs were taken, and also some interesting information about that location. The decodable reading books for semester 1 link into the testing. And again, within that period, we're looking at vowel consonant and CVC decoding. It's really common that with the PLD sequence, by the end of term 1, many of the students are pulling their alphabet sound knowledge, they're blending together those 2 primary skills that have been taught systematically through the term, and they're starting to decode per, a, n, pan. It's really common that in term 1 or by the end of term 1, students are fatiguing. This decoding process, although I have some level of accuracy, is rather exhausting. Now, after all of that reading practice with those reading books, but also with decodable games and in the classroom, that students in term 2, by the end of term 2, should become not only more accurate, but also more efficient with their decoding, and have a higher threshold to be able to sound out a lot more words. Do know that it's unlikely in semester 1 that students are reading these words as whole words. The whole process is that sounding, decoding process in term 1 and to term 2. It's imperative that we supply students with high quality, evidence-based decodable reading books for their first years of schooling, so that we get as many of our students off to that positive literacy start. If you found this information useful, don't forget to click the subscribe button and check out our related videos shown
here. If you have any questions or feedback, please add them to the comments below and we'll be sure to respond. Otherwise, you can reach us via live chat on our website, pld-literacy.org. Thanks again for viewing.